Alright, Tubes, what's up? I think you guys probably know the drill by now. We're going to be working on the Mustang again today. It is a beautiful day out. The weather is like perfect. And so we're going to get the head off of this thing for sure this time. Not really a whole lot else to do. You just got to pull the front timing cover off the engine, pull the timing chain off, and maybe the guides or something. And after that, should be ready to pull it off. Alright. So just real quick, in case you're new here and didn't catch the last few videos or whatever, we're working on this 4.6 liter here Mustang V8, and what we need to do here is we need to pull the head off of it. Originally I thought it had a head gasket, and then I discovered a leak in the intake manifold, and I thought there was a good possibility that that was actually the cause of the head gasket symptoms, but a compression test revealed that the head gasket was indeed the problem. So what we need to do here is we need to pull the head off, and normally the way that everybody does this is they pull this timing cover off. This right here, this if you think of the front of the engine here as being like a Y shape, there's actually a cover here, and that whole cover comes off, and underneath of that there's timing chains. One goes up to this one, and there's another one that goes up to that one. Now a few of the bolts on this cover go through the head, so I knew that I had to take those out. What I was hoping to get away with was, instead of having to take the whole cover off, I'd actually be able to slip the sprocket off of the camshaft and then just pull the head right off. But as it turns out, this guide right here for the timing chain is actually bolted to not only the head but also the block, and the only way that I can get it off and get enough room to unbolt it is by taking this whole cover off. So what I was hoping would be a little bit of a shortcut proved to be highly ineffective. So first order of business here, we have this coil pack and we have this power steering reservoir, and they're both bolted to the same bracket. So ideally it would be nice if we could just take the bracket off in one piece. But of course, things are never that easy. One of the bolts holding the bracket on is right down here, which is behind the coil pack. So in order to get the bracket off, we have to take the coil pack off. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we got our coil out of the way here. It looks like there's just 4 bolts holding this thing on. I already loosened them up. We got 2 up here, we got 1 down here, and 1 over there. So take them the rest of the way out. That'll get our bracket out of the way. Look who showed up.
Hey, Tubes.
It's Roadking.
Somebody needs a supervisor.
Oh man.
You better get somebody else, because I don't know anything about this new crap.
Oh man. Alright, we'll keep you updated. Alright, so we got this whole thing out of the way, and we'll lift the power steering reservoir hooked up to it. It's still got lines hooked up to it, so you can't pull it out of the way. But I just got a little bungee cord on there holding it in place. So what I'm working on now is getting all the bolts out of this cover. Your 2 valve cover bolts go down into it, you can see over here. So you got to take the first 2 valve cover bolts out of it, and then I'm just working my way around. So far I've taken 4 bolts out, and next 2 I'm trying to get out are these 2 here. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to take this pulley off of here, so Roadking's going to give me a hand with that and see what we can do there. Alright, we got Daddy Dirtbag going to try and get this pulley off.
Old school, everybody, look.
Look at that! Oh man.
If I did that, it would take me an hour. There you go.
That's pretty good. Alright, so now I got that pulley out of the way. Now we get to at least these 2 bolts, and now I'm looking at it, there might even be a third one. Yeah. Looks like I need a water pump too. Looks like it was leaking out there. Alright, I got tired of working on that hoopty. I'm getting frustrated with that thing. It's proven to be a little more difficult than it ought to be. So Roadking, why are you taking this thing apart?
Well, my fan is a 3-speed, went down to 2-speed, and I just want to see.
How it works?
Yeah, you got to have a capacitor in there. I want to see where it's at, so I don't have to take my whole one apart.
Yeah.
What is it? It looks like it's right there. See?
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, it looks like a capacitor. What is it? 4-point UF. Yeah, so that's good.
Huh.
That's good, because I was going to take the blades off and every other goddamn thing. You know what? I bet you, you just take this.
Yeah, just take that with you.
Look, I got it.
There you
I just
go.
saved myself $3. Son of a bitch. It's funny because I just bought another one of these.
Oh yeah?
Except it was 2-point
Huh.
with 2 UF for my little fan.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this too, just in case it's the switch, you know, because like I say, it works on 2 speeds, but not 1. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would do anything with the speeds. You know, it's
Yeah.
they usually either work or they don't.
Right. Well, I'm not really sure what the capacitor would do. You know, in terms of
Probably has something to do with starting it. You know?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe I don't think it does. I think that the switch here is a 3-position switch. You can see on here. You probably can't see it in this light, but there's 1, 2, and 3. You got the 3 wires coming out in your common. So
I'm gonna take these 2 because I don't have any tiny ones like this.
Yeah.
Look at this scrap.
Yeah, we just said we'd keep taking this thing apart just to see what else is inside of it. That's right. That's how you get smarter.
Smarter every day.
That's right. Huh.
Nothing.
Not much to it.
Sealed motor.
That's your motor, and that's it.
Well, actually, has screws if you want to go that far, but
Yeah.
we ain't going there, buddy.
I wonder if we can make that motor run.
Well, there you go.
Which end spins? Oh, I see. Oh, I see how it works. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The outside stays stationary, and then the whole motor actually spins.
Yeah, that's where your blades go.
You see that? That's pretty cool.
Huh. Probably got a name for that motor.
Yeah.
Somebody will tell you.
Yeah, I wonder if you call that like a hub-centric motor or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
When you're
yeah. That's pretty cool though. Instead of the shaft spinning, it's actually the whole motor that spins. Alright guys, so we made a little progress. We had to speed up the last couple hours of working because we knew this was on the way. It actually doesn't really even look like it right now, but it's raining pretty good, and it was raining harder earlier, and we knew that was coming. And the thing about making videos is it always takes a lot longer to get something done. You know, when you're making a video. Not that I like making videos, but the rain was coming, and I wanted to get this off of here so that way I could evaluate. But either way, you can see this is the end result. I had to pile everything in here real quick and get it out of the rain. But we got the head off. I got a I got frustrated and I had to cut the exhaust off because I snapped a couple universals trying to get to this bolt here. The only way you can get to this is with a universal, and it just stuck on there. I mean, you look at that thing. It's like now that I could see it off the car, I'm not surprised it didn't come off. That's pretty rusted on there. But anyway, this exhaust is already hacked up anyway. Somebody else welded that on there, so I had no qualms about cutting that off. So I cut that off, and we got this front timing cover off. Finally, that wasn't easy, but we got that off. A lot of extra stuff bolted to it that we had to unbolt just to get that off. Like the power steering pump was bolted to this thing, so we had to unbolt the power steering pump just to get that off, and really nightmare, to be quite honest. But it's done now, so now I just got to check this head and see if it was warped. And once we find that out, then I'll figure out what I'm doing with it. Yeah, that's about it. Like I say, it's raining now. Can't do anything now, but the head is off of the car. I'd show you the car, but it's raining and I don't want to get water in the cylinders if I can avoid it. So yeah, that's all I really got to have to say about it right now. And we'll see you in the next one. Alright, tubes.